Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crumble Takes, and on today's video I'm going to break down the top 3 MVP candidates in the NBA: Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm going to break them each down, reasons why they should not win MVP, give out stats, reasons why, records, all stuff, all that good stuff like that. If you could like, subscribe, drop a comment on how y'all feel, who should win MVP in your guys' opinion, I would be greatly appreciated. Follow my Twitter at Crumble Takes, TikTok at Crumble Takes 732, and let's get into it with Nikola Jokic first. So Nikola Jokic is number 15 on the Denver Nuggets. He plays center, and he's been balling this year. He's also won MVP the 2 past years. This man's been absolute balling this year. Let's break him down a little bit. So through this regular season, he's been averaging 24.9 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists on 70% true shooting. This man pretty much has been averaging almost a triple-double. As you can see, a few more 10 assist games, and he'll be there for averaging a triple-double. He's been pretty good for the Nuggets. I'm not gonna lie. Nuggets are the 1 seed in the West currently. They've been balling out. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, he won MVP 2 years in a row. He has the potential to get his 3rd this year and become the first player to win 3 in a row since Larry Bird. But at the time that I'm making this video, by the way, some of this stuff might not be 100% accurate by the time, because, you know, games like to happen every day. I'm sorry, I apologize about that. But out of all the 3 candidates, Jokic is averaging, him and Giannis are currently tied at 11.9 on rebounds. Jokic also averages the most assists with 9.9. Like I said, he's almost averaging a triple-double. He averages the worst blocks with 0.6 per game. Most steals, surprisingly, 1.3 per game. He has the most field goal percentage. I mean, the highest field goal percentage, the highest 3-point percentage, and the highest offensive rating out of all of the 3 candidates on this list. But this is the one thing that he struggles with. He has the worst defensive rating out of the 3. That is a huge concern to Jokic and them trying to make a playoff run in the future. His record with them is 2nd best, with having a 46-19 record, and the record without, of course, well, if you're making an MVP discussion, it's 3-5. That would be the best, because, you know, they've lost the most games when he's not playing. But he hasn't missed that many games this season. But he also, like I said, he is averaging the worst amount of points too. But like I said, Jokic is an all-around guy. He's one of the greatest centers I've ever seen play the game of basketball, and probably will finish as one of them. But let's get, like I said, Jokic this year, he's been balling out. His defense is a little bit lackluster, and I think could be a little better compared to these other 2 candidates on the list. Their defense is like way better than these next 2 people I'm about to talk about. But Jokic, he's the offensive masterpiece on this list, most definitely. I would say probably the best offensive player, worst defensive player though. And I think as of right now, he is the favorite to win MVP. Will he win it? I don't know. But let's see. Let's dig into the next candidate, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Mr. Giannis. Now, I'm a Bucks fan, so I've seen a lot more of Giannis play, more than the other 2. But I've still watched a lot of Sixer games and Nuggets games. But like I said, I've seen a lot of Giannis. Not trying to be biased with this list. Okay, so Giannis has averaged the 2nd most amount of points with 31.2. This man, absolute amazing scorer. Rebounds, like I said earlier, he is tied with Jokic with 11.9. Assists per game, he averaged 5.5. I mean, that's decent, but he's not like Jokic, one of the greatest passers ever. He's 2nd in blocks per game. He only averages 0.8 blocks. With steals, he averages the worst though, 0.7. Field goal percentage, he is in the middle. Actually, no, he's not in the middle. Currently, he is tied with Embiid with 54.7. 3-point percentage now. Well, we should know this. He has the worst 3-point percentage. Giannis is not really that good at shooting threes. Offensive rating, he does have the worst offensive rating, but it's not by far compared to Jokic and Embiid, who, like I said, Jokic passes the ball around. He does a whole bunch of stuff on offense, and Embiid's just a super dominant scorer. But Giannis still, he still averaged 31 points per game. Defensive rating though, first, 107. That is the best defensive rating on this list. This man is an absolute defensive powerhouse compared to the other 2. And Embiid is still good on defense, but I still would give it to Giannis. If someone asked me who would I pick up more on defense, I'd give it to Giannis. Record with the Bucks currently own, well, as this video is being made, a 43-14 record with Giannis, the best record out of all these 2. Giannis, when he's on our team, we're pretty much an absolute dominant force. Record without the Bucks currently hold a 10-6 record after he did not play versus Detroit last night. That game was last night. The Bucks with Giannis, they're a defensive power. I mean, they're a defensive powerhouse and an offensive powerhouse. They are really good. The Bucks, they're just amazing when Giannis plays. Sometimes when Giannis don't play though, I do have some concerns. Sometimes when Giannis does play, I'm not gonna lie, I do have some concerns both ways, because like that Charlotte game earlier in the season. But that's besides the point. Giannis Antetokounmpo, definitely should be in the conversation. I don't know if he'll get it. He's currently third because I think at this point it's just really down to Jokic and Embiid. I think Giannis would have to go on like a crazy tear through these last few weeks and just like go absolutely nuts, like dropping 40-point games like in a row. Because I think that's what would have to happen. Because let's be honest, every time I look on a debate and see it online, it's between Jokic and Embiid. So we might as well get into the third candidate on this list, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, the man who has been on an absolute tear through these past few weeks, absolutely tearing up the league in scoring. Out of these three candidates, he averaged the most scoring with 33.2. This man can give you 30 like it's light work. Like he was just out there playing against little kids sometimes, it feels like. This man averages the second most rebounds because, like I said, Giannis and Jokic are tied with 10 rebounds per game. Assists, he averages the worst assists because I'm gonna be honest, when this man has the ball in his hands, he just goes out there and score. 4 assists. He averages the most blocks though with 1.7. The second most steals with 1 steal per game. Giannis, like I said, Giannis and Embiid tied field goal percentage at 54.7. Second best 3-point percentage at 34.7. This man can sometimes shoot threes, sometimes he can't, sometimes he can't. Second best offensive rating, second best defensive rating. Now record with, he has the worst record with. Currently a 40-19 record when this video is being recorded, and record without, they have a 9-4 record. That really hurts Joel's chances at this because they are really good when he doesn't play, or they have a really good record when he doesn't play. Now, I also want to get into this man Embiid's a baller, but Embiid and Giannis also have a problem where they have missed a lot more games than Jokic. Embiid's missed around, I think, 14, and Giannis has missed around 16, I think. I might have to fact check myself on that. Just fact checked myself on that. That is correct. Now, Embiid, like I said, he's a dominant force, one of the most dominant forces in the league right now. I think that if Embiid continues to do what he's doing, he's been out. He's missing a few games due to load management, which is kind of hurting his chances. Like he played against Denver, I think yesterday, and he was out because of load management. I think that hurt his case. I feel like if he would have played and he would have balled out, that would have helped his case way more. But I feel like it's between them two right now. I saw earlier today, like the odds are like -150 for both Embiid and Jokic. Like it's so close. It's going down to the end of the wire. I have a strong feeling that it's going to be very close between the two. But Embiid, all around, pretty much a role player. I think he has a very good chance at winning the MVP trophy. Now, some of you guys that might be wondering after watching this, who do I think is going to win the MVP? Here's my thing with it. I used to think it was Nikola Jokic throughout this whole season. I was like, oh yeah, Jokic winning his third, Jokic winning his third, Jokic winning his third. And then Embiid started going on a tear. So I was like, okay, Embiid, okay, I see you. But I'm also a Bucks fan, so it's like, oh, I want Giannis to win MVP because he's on my team, you know? So here's my take on the MVP. I'm torn between all three of them. I don't think Giannis has that high of a chance to win it, in my opinion, because of the fact that he is third. And I feel like the race between Jokic and Embiid are just so tight. Now, if you get rid of Giannis, I feel like they're so close to each other that, like, they would need some insane thing to happen. But I think maybe in the end, if Embiid keeps going on a tear like this, and Jokic, like, if the Denver starts losing games and stuff and, like, go downhill, I think Embiid will get it. But I think if Jokic keeps doing what he's doing and they win the games and they go on, like, a win streak to end the season and Jokic, like, average a triple-double for the rest of these games, Jokic is going to win it. So it all depends on these next 2 weeks how these players play, because the race is so close on the MVP ladder on NBA.com. It's insane. But it all depends on how these next weeks end up. Like I said, if Jokic does super hot in the next few weeks, it's probably going to be Jokic. If Embiid does super hot the next few weeks, it's probably going to be Embiid. Giannis, I don't know. Like I said, he would have to probably average like 40 or something, but I still think he should be in the conversation because he is one of the greats in the NBA right now. But anyways, guys, I want to hear y'all's take in the comments on who do you guys believe should win MVP. I want to have some discussions in the comments on who is y'all's #1 MVP candidate. I don't care if you're a Philly fan and you're biased or a Denver fan and you're biased. Just I want to know what y'all think, your opinion on the MVP situation and who should win it and reasons why. I'd appreciate it. I love seeing other people's takes in sports on stuff, and this is one of them. It's a very close race. I'd love to see y'all's opinion on them. Alright guys, thank y'all for watching. If you could subscribe, like video, like I said, drop a comment on who do y'all thinks that y'all could win MVP. Also, these 2 videos right here, I think they are very good videos that y'all should watch. It's some of the all-time lists that I have with this NBA. And thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next